Coming up on 5 Minute News. Trump jostles with judge who threatens to throw him out. Meta implements ban on political advertisers utilizing generative AI. And after storm struck Sao Paulo, hundreds of thousands remain without power. It's Tuesday, November 7. I'm Anthony Davis. Disgraced ex-president Donald Trump complained of unfair treatment in a desperate and rambling testimony on the witness stand at the civil fraud trial about his New York business on Monday, prompting the judge at one point to threaten to cut his testimony short. Under questioning about his company's accounting practices, Trump clearly aggravated Judge Arthur Engoron, who is weighing whether to impose hundreds of millions of dollars in fines and other penalties that could hobble the real estate empire that vaulted Trump to prominence. Judge Engoron warned Trump, the frontrunner for the Republican nomination in the 2024 election, that he might remove him from the witness stand if he did not answer questions directly. "Can you control your client?" Engoron asked Trump's lawyer, Christopher Kise. "This is not a political rally. This is a courtroom." Trump's testimony wrapped up in the mid-afternoon. His daughter Ivanka is due to testify on Wednesday, though she is not a defendant in the case. Over roughly 4 hours on the witness stand, Trump often avoided direct answers, instead bragging about his properties and his wealth. He accused New York Attorney General Letitia James of targeting him to further her political career and accused Judge Engoron of lowballing the value of his properties. Both Engoron and Trump repeatedly raised their voices as the judge sought to prevent Trump from using the court to air his grievances. Engoron has already found Trump, his adult sons, and 10 of his companies liable for fraud, describing in scathing terms how the defendants made up valuations. Engoron's ruling could strip Trump of some of his best-known properties, though that order is on hold during appeal. Facebook owner Meta is barring political advertisers from using its new generative AI advertising products, cutting off campaigns' access to tools that lawmakers have warned could turbocharge the spread of election misinformation. Meta has not yet publicly disclosed the decision in any updates to its advertising standards, which prohibit ads with content that has been debunked by the company's fact-checking partners, but do not appear to have any rules specifically on AI. The policy comes a month after Meta, the world's second biggest platform for digital ads, announced it was starting to expand advertisers' access to AI-powered advertising tools that can instantly create backgrounds, image adjustments, and variations of ad copy in response to simple text prompts. The tools were initially made available only to a small group of advertisers starting in the spring. They are on track to roll out to all advertisers globally by next year, the company said at the time. Meta and other tech companies have raced to launch generative AI ad products and virtual assistants in response to the frenzy over the debut last year of OpenAI's ChatGPT chatbot, which can provide human-like written responses to questions and other prompts. The companies have released little information so far about the safety guardrails they plan to impose on those systems, making Meta's decision on political ads one of the industry's most significant AI-related policy choices to come to light to date. Meta's top policy executive, Nick Clegg, said last month that the use of generative AI in political advertising was clearly an area where we need to update our rules. He warned ahead of a recent AI safety summit in the United Kingdom that governments and tech companies alike should prepare for the technology to be used to interfere in upcoming elections in 2024, calling for special focus on election-related content that moves from one platform to the other. 500,000 residents of Sao Paulo remained without electricity on Monday, 3 days after a storm knocked down power cables, leaving much of Brazil's largest city in the dark. The storm snapped branches and knocked down hundreds of trees that fell on overhead power lines in many streets of the city, initially cutting off 2.1 million customers in metropolitan Sao Paulo. School classes were cancelled on Monday in the worst-hit neighbourhoods of the city. The utility company said it had restored its service to 76% of its customers, but 500,000 were still without electricity on Monday. Gale force winds that hit Sao Paulo on Friday were the strongest in recent years and caused severe damage to the power grid due to falling trees and branches. Brazil's justice minister said the government will ask the company for an explanation for the blackout. The Sao Paulo's state prosecutor's office said it will investigate why so many customers in the city were left for so long without electricity and whether Enel has enough staff to cope with emergencies in the 24 districts it serves. 5 Minute News is an Evergreen podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.
A crazy schedule can make it easy to fall back into your dinner time recipe rut. Keep mealtime exciting with over 40 recipes to choose from every week, so there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. With so many in-season ingredients, you'll taste all the freshness of fall in every bite of HelloFresh's chef-crafted recipes. Produce travels from the farm to your door for peak ripeness you can taste. We all know HelloFresh takes the hassle out of mealtime, but did you know it can also save you money? HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout. That means less stress in your day and more money back in your pocket. HelloFresh makes cooking so easy and fast. It's something that I really need in my life and really look forward to. Go to hellofresh.com/55minute and use code 55minute for 50% off plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/55minute and use code 55minute for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.